Accessory store inside. There are several genuine jewels in here. That's always nice. My own figure is reflected. I guess it really does stand out. It reads philosophy. It's got completely cold. It's a book stored here, mainly novels and collections of old poems and so on. Various things crammed in here, nothing of particular use. There's no trace of any fire piles. Oh, the paper fell down. A piece of paper has fallen down. Academy Entry Information Session. To acquire knowledge and cultivation in an environment blessed with nature, complete with dormitories, deepen friendships by living together. A faraway academy, huh? Will Rosetta be going there, perhaps? Who knows? Locked. Padlock's made out of blue copper. Simple flowers. Nothing about the note that we saw earlier. Miss Mary. Alright. We'll continue investigating still, though. I'm not gonna be careful. Yeah, yep. Still, it seems still not organized. Unnecessary things. Nothing of concern. Necessary things. Diary book. We already read the diary. Yep, all the stuff we already kind of knew from 1 year ago. The book is open. The truth is the bottom of the well. Speaking of which, there was a well in the yard here, right? Now can I pick up the rope and go down the well? Like I guessed when I saw the rope. Here's something new. There's a diary notebook. Let's read the diary notebook. XX month, XX day. From today onwards, I'll be working as a living assistant at Mrs. Mary's house. It'll be the first time I'll be away from home, so I do feel a little uneasy about it, but Mrs. Mary is kind to me, and I've also brought Daisy along, so I'm sure it'll be alright. XX month, XX day. As for general household chores, the preparation my mother gave me for this seems to have been of great benefit. What gives me trouble is when it comes to handling the medicine. To even imagine when it could actually explode. For now, I will need to refrain from entering the medicine storage room and study some more about the medicine here. When I think about Miss Mary's health, I get the sense that I must learn quickly about how to handle them. It's been about half a year since she's been ill, so it seems like she has been working really hard by herself for this half a year. XX month, XX day. There is little Rosetta, Mrs. Mary's 7-year-old granddaughter, who comes to play. When I first saw her, I was really surprised. Fluffy blonde hair and big round eyes. She looks pretty much the same as Daisy. As a sign of having gotten closer, I gave her Daisy as a present. It's a little odd, but she seems to have liked it. She seems to like apple pie. I'll try making her to treat her to some. There is some unfortunate implications with this so far, but let's continue. By giving her Daisy, my own room has suddenly become all empty. Let's have them send over Benjamin from my house. XX month, XX day. Little Rosetta seems to have gotten hurt. I wasn't able to get them to tell me how it happened. XX month, XX day. Little Rosetta came over for the first time since she has got hurt. It feels as if she's now quieter than before. It somehow feels like her clothing is different too, even though she did say before that she didn't like tights. The red hood Mrs. Mary made is cute, but it hides away her blonde hair. When I told Mrs. Mary that I think that's quite a shame, she said, I think so too. XX month, XX day. Little Rosetta's father seems to have passed away due to an accident. He was Mrs. Mary's son-in-law. XX month, XX day. Little Rosetta came for the first time in a long while, with a handmade bouquet as a present. She seems to have been gloomy from her father passing away, but she's becoming cheerful again little by little. However, she seems to be talking to herself more than before, and moreover, she also starts talking while facing the mirror. Sometimes Little Rosetta seems as if she's a different person. I'm a little scared. It seems to be a diary from 2 years ago. Little Rosetta? Just what the heck happened? Well, I have some theories, but mainly clothing stored inside. Alright, anything else? Someone from the hometown. There's our Benjamin bear, if I can look at it correctly. And he just has a stuffed bear now. I guess he doesn't know. Locked. Specialist book on that. Now, can I pick up the rope to go down the well, or do I have to observe the well first? Nah, I guess I need to observe the goddamn well first, so yeah. I'm on to you, blonde Daisy doll. Now I should let her rest easy. Okay. A few more areas to definitely investigate, but not too many. Spare clothes. Between some pieces of bedding, a key fell out. Obtained dining room key. There's a notice from Hunters Association inside. Read that before. He has a different note, though. Father. Nothing there. Clock's ticking accurately. Nothing in any of the beds. Nope. I'll save my game again. Okay. I'll disperse the save files to make sure if I get chances and places to explore more. I don't think they just attack humans so promptly, though. Alright, through here. This room has remained locked ever since 7 years ago. They told me I didn't have to help out, but it would have been better if I had cleaned up properly that time. Okay, look around. What can I gain from this? There seems to be some bundles of pages I can just barely read. Comfort object page. It is a condition of attaining comfort by having an attachment to something. When an infant or child continuously always holds on to a blanket or stuffed animal, it is due to this condition. Normally the attachment goes away with maturity, but sometimes the attachment does not weaken even after maturity. That's right, the assistant did regard that stuffed animal as precious, right? I'm guessing with the doll, yeah, I think we're going to slowly learn more about that, but still though. Werewolf syndrome. It is a syndrome of holding on to delusional, or I guess onto a delusion that one is transformed into an animal, or that the one is an animal. When the illness breaks out, one could start to think to oneself as an animal and start performing actions to resemble that animal. It is a type of behavior of identifying oneself with something one admires. Also, the animal is not limited to just wolves. So there was also an illness like that. Though this doesn't seem to be the case for me, does it? I'm not all that fond of wolves in any case. Alright, multiple personalities page. It is a mental disorder where the memories become dissociated as a means of fleeing from painful events in the past, resulting in a split into multiple personalities. There are no pages after this. Okay. Book seems readable, nothing from the inside and outside. Most of it is indecipherable. This paper, it feels nostalgic seeing it. For about half a year I had heard let me stay here and make me some medicine to control my fits. Did I really make this room into such a mess like this in just half a year? Apparently a terrible housemate. That's fine. Seems to be Big Claw scratched this. The Fiona has been torn up. Aye. Good is good is good. Now exploring a little bit more. I'm going to save my game again. Going all in on this. Now the dining room would probably be on the first floor, closer to where you know this is. Locked. I'll look in here. Various utensils for mixing medicine are stored here. Anything else stored here which I might need? Let's not open this. The memo there. There's no particular need for this right now. He doesn't want anything from the matchbox we saw earlier. Let's see. Oh wait, there's a book here. There's a book with a bookmark inside. Let's read the book. Condensed materials from a hot spring are called sinter. It has been used since the old times as something good for the body. The ingredients from a hot spring differs for different sources of water. Acidic hot springs can potentially harm the stomach. It seems to be a book about the hot springs. You don't say. I'm still trying to read things. Wait, there's another bookmark. The tradition of drinking tea made from medicinal herbs became familiar with them as herbal tea. Extract ingredients when the medicinal herbs has become well dried. Slightly acidic like the skin and can therefore also be used as skin lotion. Seems to be a book about medicinal herbs. Okay. There's the memo that we already read there about explosives and stuff in the shed. Or mineral. A book has fallen down. It appears to be an anime picture book. Let's read it. I just want to see what he has to say to the picture book. Skip it through though. But we can read whenever we want. Could these two possibly be... Mrs. Mary, thank you. I truly, truly cannot thank you enough. Moving on from there. Guessing the dining room's over to my left. Let me first look through here. See if there's anything else I can obtain here. It's already completely changed color. Yep. Almost done exploring everything again. Nothing inside. Something was immersed there. Started to go bad. Empty. Okay. What's in here? Or let me look at my items. Dining room key. Oh, it's on the second floor. It's the one door I didn't check. That's how it works, isn't it? You don't check a single door, and that's what we're supposed to be looking for. Use the dining room key. Good for me there. This room feels different from all the rest. Did it always feel like this? It almost feels as if I'm being watched by the ancestors, which makes me feel uneasy. And that's what you have to claim. Let's take a solid look around, though. A majestic statue. I'm going to solidly look everywhere, and this is where I guess Grandpa's pictures came from. A portrait of someone of the previous generation. Seems to have been someone skilled with a highly honored sword. Portrait of someone from the previous generation. It seems this was the person who started the medicine shop. Anything on the table? Nope. This is definitely the place where the husband's portrait previously was. There's nothing on the wall here. A magnificent sword. It seems to have been something granted from the royal family. Nothing there. The thing set here is quite massive. Well, I guess I need to put the picture back. Let's observe the picture and see if we get anything from it. A portrait. Take off the portrait. Took off the portrait. And there's something underneath. There are some red stains on the wall. Reflexively put the portrait back on. Just what was that just now? The red stains on the wall. Could this really be blood? Are you gonna take the rope now? Nope. No rope for us. Also, one of the seats is... Something has fallen below the table. Yep, obtain bath key. Well, bath key, here I go. Save the game. I guess I'll save there, might as well. Bath key, be one of the doors down here. Let me check on her before I get going, though. She's still fine with the weird complexity. Yep, okay, so same thing as before. Let's go check out the bathrooms. We've checked out every other room, so yeah. Up and across. There's the bath key, which means let's open and explore. I get the feeling I've entered somewhere I shouldn't. Just why, I wonder, though, despite having used this before whenever I stayed over. Towels and bathing supplies have been stored here. It seems to be a basket for putting clothes in when changing clothes. Nothing inside. No matter how much I look at it, it's quite a marvelous bath. In fact, my own home doesn't have anything other than just a shower. Some soap that still has not been opened yet. Nothing there. There's a towel inside. Bloody. It's submerged in some red water. It smells like iron. Well, what do you think it is? Is this blood? Just some ordinary water. Well, I'm pretty sure it's blood. That's your question. What was that sound? Save my game again. That's locked. That's open. Outside? It is now all dry. Heading down the well. The bottom of the well is too dark to see. Let's scoop up some water. Huh? This rope. It's really worn out. It'd probably break if I threw it in. Well, you know what to say. There was a rope upstairs I can obviously grab, which is what I'm going to go for right now. Yep. Let's go on up. Let's go to the left. Pick up this rope finally. Contained rope. There we go. That was easy peasy pie, really. Let's go put the rope back where it belongs. Then we should hopefully be in a much better way. I'll save before I use the rope. Save there again. Scoop up some water. Tie the rope to the bucket. Throw it in and find there's blood in the goddamn well or something. Oh, it's a knife. Why is there a knife in a place like this? Could this possibly be blood? Probably her alter ego, which I guess is Daisy the doll, killed people, but we'll get to that. The bottom of the well is too dark to see. Now what do I do with a knife? That's locked. Can I cut apples? No? Okay. I can hope. You're like a dog. Smell the scent of the knife and confirm it's the iron smell in the bucket. Is she better now? Actually, what happens if I press talk to self? Just what the heck happened in this house? The place I haven't looked around yet is the first floor storage room. Perhaps? Okay. But where would I can even obtain that. Won't open. How would I use... Is there a way I can open the first floor storage room? Because this is the only room that we haven't opened. Wait, this has been opened. The lid has fallen off. There's a key inside the box. Storage room key. That was easier than I expected. It's all dark. I can't possibly look around here without some light. Alright, I think I know what to do. Thankfully, I am good at remembering everything that I've explored multiple times now. Firstly, there's a lantern in her room. Oh wait, she's gone. The lantern is gone now. Obtain lantern. Little Rosetta, lend this to me just for a little, okay? Now, if I just had something to light this with, because there is... Huh, Little Rosetta? Just where did she go? Is she alright? Yep. She's probably fine. It's you I'm a little concerned about there, Camille. And then with the doll, a blonde doll. Matches should be up here somewhere. Where are the matches? I kept on seeing matches, and I don't remember where they were. They were downstairs in that one room. I know where they were now. I was thinking about, I was like, there was definitely matches I kept on passing. Over here. Obtain matches. Excuse me, Miss Mary, I'll be borrowing this. Which is fine. Well, let's do this. Lit the lantern. We'll be fine. There seems to be something soaked inside. Oh, I was hoping maybe something else. Like something that would be useful to us. Boxes everywhere. Since the screen isn't scrolling, this must be a small area. The wooden box's lid is open. There's something inside a cloth bag. Look inside the cloth bag. It's a hand. Well, at least they did give us a hand there. There's someone's hand inside. What is this? Whose is... I don't want to look. It's locked. The padlock's made of red copper. Red and blue copper locks. Interesting to note. Are we gonna get attacked by Little Miss Riding Hood here? Lid's falling off. It's too dangerous to go on up ahead, so we claim. Make some decisions. Is there nothing else in here? Like, let me observe. Is there really nothing else of importance in here besides a bloody hand that we don't want to look at? There's the red copper lock thing. Before we figure out how that all works, then yeah, I guess not. Swearing water, blood. Try to check all the rooms. Oh, there she is. Hi. Little Rosetta, since when have you been here? Oh, she's in dark mode at the moment. Do you feel all fine now? Little Rosetta. What? That was close. What are you doing? Little Rosetta, what are you doing? You can't just play with blades. Someone will get hurt. You found a knife? You found a knife anywhere? Oh, she's talking. You fished up other things too, right? As to be expected of a dog's nose. Little Rosetta? Calling me that as if it were so intimate really gets on my nerves. Whatever the case, you've come to know a little too much. Even though I would have overlooked it if you'd just left right away. Now there is no way I can let you back out of the house alive. That was fast. Lock the door. What's the meaning of this? Was that really Little Rosetta? It's as if she was a different person. Yep, the journal stuff. Multiple personalities. Well, anyways, I need to do something before this door breaks. No way I go outside right now. Class, I guess they'd be meaningless to hide. It won't even open in the first place. there's no time to think about this. There's no trace of any fireplace in the ashes. Mrs. Mary. Locked, padlocks made out of blue copper. Nothing particular concern there. Oh, there's a note here I didn't notice before. A memo's fallen down here. The keys are mostly in the wardrobes or drawers. There's various things, put them, so please look through them carefully. It's recently happened sometime that the medicine for Rosetta has been taken away by someone. Though it may look like dessert, please don't mistakenly consume it. Medicine for little Rosetta. Yo. On guard! That's all I can think of with the pose. And 5, the true wolf. You didn't make it in time. Try again. There's something among the broken fragments. Obtain blue copper key. Obtain heart medicine. Here we go. Need a heart. Yo. Ready to meet your fate? Now we make her consume it. Through the heart medicine, aiming at her mouth. Gulp, I guess. Like that would kind of maybe work. Shrug. That's a little bit of a far-fetched idea, but sure. Now with this, come back, little Rosetta. Just when I thought, what is this? Turns out it was just that old lady's candy, huh? Did you get confused as you got chased to a corner, eh? No way, it didn't work at all! Rosetta? Rosetta? Hey, what's the matter now? Why don't you respond? Why aren't you responding at all? There's some paper inside the box. Heart medicine, experimental product number 2. In order for Rosetta to easily consume it, it was hardened into candy at the end. When she takes it, it allows her front-side personality to balance it out and stabilizes her mentality. However, it can't erase her other personality completely, unlike experimental product number 1. The other personality should be kept mostly in control with this. What is this? Then this means little Rosetta. Hey. You can talk! Tell me, what is this all about? Okay. And little Rosetta just listens. You know, we always knew it was going to come to this. My eyes have literally been red since the beginning of the game. That old lady leaving behind something real clever like that, huh? What do we do? Gonna have to find it, of course. That experimental product number 1 ran about is probably the only thing usable. It might have already been disposed of. It's probably in the other treasure chest that was on the first floor that was red. Eyes, red, blue. If so, then we just have to find the recipe and make it that medicine room below. If there's no recipe, there should be some other way. You should start thinking that giving up is not an option. Yeah, I guess we'll have to do something then. Let's do our best, Rosetta. I guess you're not her. I am Ster. I wrote that earlier. Rosetta, Arset, and Ster. With the signature thing. So I guess that's what she was writing down in the book with the different personalities. Huh? Call me Ster. Now let's go already. Papers out of the box. I thought they'd eventually come to get rid of me. Did Miss Mary, know about you, Mr. Ster? Mr. Ster. She never encountered me directly, but it seemed like she did have a vague suspicion about it. So, you're going to go to a school here? Well, that was really a sudden question. Huh? So that's not it? Around all the places there. It's broken. Okay, let's investigate a little bit closer around these places. Memo's fallen down here. Like a dessert, it says, but it was more like completely candy. Yeah. My own figure is reflected. Are those ears of yours real? Oh, you mean this? I actually don't quite know. It's hidden by my hair, but I also have normal ears too. This suddenly grew when I was 8, and honestly gives me trouble when it comes to taking care of it. But it does catch sounds, so they are certainly ears. Doesn't it feel uncomfortable? Ah, yeah, but you're making me feel bad. Several genuine jewels, not completely cold, philosophy book, portrait. There was a stain on the wall here. Let's talk about that later. For now, let's think about Rosetta first. Closet, there's nothing for us in here. Let's first look around the room before looking elsewhere. Under the carpet? We have a carpet puzzle. That's the painting. The keys are mostly wardrobes or drawers. I'm not going to read that again. Yeah, I've had this discussion a few times. Nothing inside there. What am I missing? Oh, here we go. Fold over the mattress, cut up the sheets, lift up the pillow, do nothing else, just lift up the pillow. There's a notebook below the pillow. Could this possibly be a diary? Hey, what is it? Anything related to experimental product number 1? Can't read it. Nah, can't read it, can we? That'll lay Ryan her mother language just in her diaries. Ah, wait, there's just the small part here written in our language. The moon in the east, the sun in the west. That doesn't even seem relevant. Probably is relevant. Mary's notebook. Seems like we can read only this part. It's awfully short. Is it a poem? Ah, this... Perhaps it might be included in that collection of poems she borrowed. Though I get the feeling that something was written a little before it. Telling bookstore here, mainly collection of poems. Just which poem collection was it now? Can't quite remember. Let's look through every single goddamn one then. I'm just kidding, of course not. Can I leave? Yep, now I can leave. Unnecessary things. There's a diary book inside. Where are the diaries? Skip, skip, skip. It seems to be a diary from 1 year ago. Non-flammable. Flammable. Notebook. Da 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 da. See if she has anything to say about it after all this. It seemed like a diary from 2 years ago. Is this about your Mr. Is this about you, Mr. Ster? All the questions. And she has nothing to say about it. Mainly clothes, person's hometown, Benjamin Bear, nothing about the bed, this is still suspiciously locked. So even though they dropped the key to this room, they didn't drop the key for this, huh? Yep, suspicious. Here's a notebook. So inside the well? How could this be possible? It's just a coincidence. The truth is at the bottom of the well. Now then. Candle's gone out. I'm just gonna continue exploring for a little bit. Toy accessories. Daisy doll. Rosetta, Ster. So the Rosetta gave that name to you, huh? I did tell her it wasn't necessary, though. Well, it's not a bad name, right? Yeah. Alright. A kind board for night for playing house. Sure. Playing house. I'm just gonna keep on exploring here with all the things we've sort of previously looked at. Even if they hold on to these, no one's worrying them anymore. It's because memories are important. As I haven't been practicing, I can't progress at all on the next music sheet page. Okay, notice. If people of my family were really wolves, it'd feel a little scary to meet them. Something from a few decades ago like this probably wouldn't be about them, probably. There's something under the bed. Obtained fire iron. Well, why was there something like this here? Well, if only I knew, but it could serve as a weapon, right? Please don't say something so violent like that. Well, there's that glass ball. Nothing about the fortune-telling ball yet. We get We already had a fire and iron, now we've got a platinum sword. A sword that can be granted to an highly honorable swords person. Well, that's a bit odd to suddenly just pick up out of nowhere. Like a save file here. Back to exploring. Majestic statue. Portrait of someone. There we go. Nothing on the wall there. We already found the thing underneath previously, so let's explore a little bit more. Go, Little Red Riding Hood, go! That's a butt, go! Book pages that are now all scattered about. Comfort object. That's right, the assistant did regard the stuffed animal as precious, right? But that person was able to sleep without the stuffed animal after some time, right? Werewolf syndrome. Okay, I didn't see what he had to say about it. So there was also an illness like that. Though this doesn't seem to be the case for me, doesn't it? I'm not all that fond of wolves in any case. As if anyone would grow ears just from delusions. Alright, multiple personalities page. There are no pages after this. So did you ever have painful experiences? This is no time to speak at length. I'm still reading, I'm looking for whatever it is I'm looking for, just kind of exploring the rooms. There's some extra dialogue options definitely coming, but yeah. Let's go on up. Let's see. Some spare bedding is stored here. An association. It stops being readable just when it gets to something important. This is mostly 20 years ago, right? Of course they wouldn't be searching now, would they? Father, I guess he probably couldn't have left a word while living in the woods. So this is about your father, huh? Okay, is the clock still ticking and talking? I think I'm supposed to go to the well, but I'm going to investigate a little bit as I go through. Can't go back just yet. This area sure is peaceful. Pretty much the only things they have to worry about are wolves. I guess compared to the cities, but the war has ended. Although there still seems to be lots of trouble dealing with the mess that's come afterwards. Yep, a portrait. A field of yellow flowers is depicted. Ah, I remember now. It was a field of rapeseed. Rapeseed, I think is how you're supposed to say it. Oh dear. Well, you'd know by looking. No, that was not what I meant. I was talking about the poem. It was about the scenery one sees when looking at the flowers of the rapeseed blooming in the evening. It feels great, I remembered. Now I feel quite refreshed. Yeah, that's great. Also, there's something above the picture frame. Obtain red copper fragment. Just what is this now? Let's see. On the other side of the forest, there's also a field of rapeseed like this. I'm gonna say rapeseed. If Rosetta heard that, she'd probably want to go. Let's go on up, and I'm assuming there is something more here. Oh, because we got a red fragment, but we think we need the other fragment probably to be able to unlock the red chest that's inside the storeroom, so yeah. I'll look in here first. Just because there's a little bit more to observe in here. Doesn't seem to be anything of huge use, though. Pulled something closer using the fire and iron. Ooh, I didn't even realize there was something there. Obtained red copper fragment. So this is the second one, huh? Seems like it'll be complete with one more. Oh, we're looking for red copper fragments. Interesting. One more, and we can open up the red copper treasure chest, probably. Save there, and I'm going to observe all these, because apparently there's a lot of things hidden here. Didn't realize, because of how the movement here goes. Condensed materials from hot spring. We read this earlier. Okay. This is about herbal tea and skin lotion. She seems to be out there. We're gonna skip through the storybook again because we've already read it. Oh wait, why was there suddenly a flashback to us? And so, what actually happened now? Well, they would have continued always being happy ever after, I guess. When my father was in the forest, he was caught in the landslide. As a result of the injury that time, he passed away when I was 2 years of age. 5 years after that, some people who were acquaintances of my mother then came. They told us to come along to somewhere safer, farther from human habitation. My mother went along with those people, and I refused and stayed here. Just why now? Because I couldn't just let go of my father's grave. That time, I also didn't know much about my condition. I was 2 years old. Does he live in dog years? Huh. There was a part where they fade away from the story, though. Maybe I just clicked too fast. Well, they couldn't have continued always being happy ever after, I guess. My father... Okay, well, we read the book there. I think it was just a flash away. Let's look inside the bathroom. Nothing inside. Yep, doesn't see much in any of these. Position over here while we look inside the blood back. There's something in the bathtub now. Is this blood? How about asking yourself instead, does it look like anything other than blood? There's something here now. There's a part of the water's surface that seems to be illuminated. There seems to be more light shining at a certain place. There's something inside the water. Obtain red copper fragment, all 3 obtained. Seems like we now have all of them. But this, however you look at it, it's a key. It's gone into pieces. As I thought, but it can't be used when it's in pieces like this. Don't be so startled, dog ears. If we could stick them together, we could probably manage something. It would probably be in the kitchen. Alright, so something in the kitchen to put them together, just in case that something's coming up. I'll save my game again. Tableware, nothing but tableware. Can I... It's already clearly changed color, nothing with the apple. We don't need any more water, apparently. Something immersed there. Empty. You say there'd be something in the kitchen, but... Do you know anything about that assistant? Well, at least I know that person isn't dead. There's also something else other than that. Here we go! Obtained instant glue. Glue inside the closet. Didn't see it the first time. This is the place where things were broken most frequently, after all. That assistant? Fasten together the red copper fragments with the instant glue. Obtain red copper key. So, it was something she wanted to hide so badly as to destroy the key, huh? Well, I guess there is that method. It is quicker than hiding it here or there. So I was looking all around for that, huh? Alright, save the game again in case anything goes terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. And the red fragment thing is in here in the room with the lantern. So let's go take a solid look and quickly see if we can open this and see what's inside. Use the red copper key and got heart medicine. Is this the experimental product number 1? Of course, the word is experimental, so... Well, we've taken what we're here for, I guess that's what we're here to get, so let's get out of here immediately. Okay. There's a piece of paper inside the box. Heart medicine experimental product number 1. Medicine for erasing the extra personality that came from within Rosetta. I've ended up making something that is way too dangerous. The medicine will have an effect on the personality that is currently showing itself. I do not think that one will just take it quietly. This is clearly a failed product. A normal human's mind would collapse upon taking this. For now, though, until the next medicine is complete, I will keep this one stored just in case. Make a second save file there in case things go terribly, terribly wrong here after reading that note. So we've obtained that experimental product number 1, and now you have the key. Let's go to the backyard now. One more thing I want to check, like the lantern. Is there anything in this one area that said there was something? Nope, nothing. Or it's going to the backyard. Is she gonna slice me up? Maybe. It is now all dry. Are we gonna be going to the dangerous part of the backyard? The bottom of the well is too dark to see. Well, let's go further back. Ahead. It's dangerous, so it'd be bad to go on forward. What's a guy living in the forest saying something like that? Yep, new area, new music. So let's now take a solid look around. Mr. Ster, I do wonder what might be ahead, but the things you didn't tell me before, when will tell me? I don't know, sometime, I guess. What do you want to ask? The Red Riding Hood asked with big ol' Red Riding Hood eyes. About Mary's death, Rosetta's past, the assistant's whereabouts, and questioning. This music is really loud compared to like all the other music in the game. Let me deal with that. That should be a little bit better. Where's the assistant gone now? In that place where we're about to go. Is that person safe? They aren't too injured or to move, and I won't get them, or I won't them get injured. Oh, okay. About Mary's death. Do you know anything about why Miss Mary died, Mr. Ster? I'm sorry, but I don't know why that old lady was killed either. but I do know how that old lady was killed. I was there that day, at the time, at that place. This is strange, she's not in bed or anything. Even though we did pick flowers, as we came to visit. What is it, Rosetta? So we're gonna startle her. Let's not make her heart stop then, okay? Oh, so it looks like she's come back. Wait, don't come out! Who is it, I wonder? Though this is not the reception room. Sorry for coming so suddenly, Miss Mary. Or Mrs. Mary. Oh, this must be the closet that is inside a room that's been sealed shut this whole entire time so far. Who is that? Not someone you know, right? That's not an answer. You ought to know where I came from. There's only one place you can think of, right? What is this? Some kind of questioning? I actually wanted to visit earlier, but I wasn't able to get a hold of your whereabouts all that well. The pen pal, you see, didn't let out secrets much. Yes, I wasn't able to get that person to tell me. A box? And from inside a cloth bag? Rosetta, don't look! My goodness. I thought doing this would make it easier to take you along with me. And besides, if I do this, you wouldn't be able to say anything stupid either anymore. I don't exactly understand what this scene's trying to imply. I mean, I get that Granny's being killed, but I don't exactly understand the context of how they're presenting this, but regardless. What is this? What is happening here? Rosetta, stay back. Don't go over there. So I do feel sorry about this, but is that rope? We're gonna hang Nana. Wait, Rosetta, stay back. Don't look. Don't listen to this. Hey, what are you doing? You can't. If you go out now, you'll also switch places with me. As for that punk, I will. Rosetta, switch places with me. I'll take care of that punk. And so you can forget all of this. After that, I did as I said. I took care of the perpetrator. You did what? You saw some various things in the house, right? You still haven't noticed? I was just looking for clues on the perpetrator, so, wait, you mean the perpetrator has already died? If you're as blockheaded as this, maybe it would have been better to have just abandoned you, like a puppy in a box in a street corner. Well, in any case, this is everything I know. After that, it was a matter of hiding some blood remains, someone's hand and stuff. I've been entrusted with Rosetta's memories and before and after the incident. Entrusted with memories? Still, actually, but it may be a good thing. It may be a good thing. Rosetta doesn't remember a thing about it. It's fine to just forget the unpleasant. I remember everything so that she doesn't. But then, doesn't it feel painful for you, Mr. Ster? Thanks for your concern. Sorry, but in order to be destroyed by those memories, I became strong and firm. Rosetta's past. Multiple personalities. I read about that in the book, but does that mean that little Rosetta has painful experiences leading to you being born, Mr. Ster? It may not. It's not as if there were any particularly special circumstances. If I had to say it, it was a bad fortune. Fortune wasn't in our favor. Fortune? For example, the neighboring country got cocky and started a war. Because of that war, this country became occupied by an army and experienced really hard times. Rosetta's father's occupation suffered an indirect blow because of those hard times. As he became free from work, he immersed himself with alcohol at home. Though he normally wouldn't even kill a fly, he started taking his anger out on Rosetta. The result of an accumulation of small misfortunes was me. After that, she was also once pushed very hard by that guy and fell down the stairs and stuff like that. Maybe the hitting on the head was bad, or maybe it was really scary. But with things like that, perhaps things could have still returned to normal. And then what happened? She ended up doing it. Kind of weird scenes to go through. The pacing of the story is a little bit weird, but still though. Ah, damn it. Why is it that I always get the short end of the stick? This and that and everything is all because of that war. Hey, what are you looking at? Hey! If you got something to say, then say it, you hear me? You're making a fool of me, aren't you? You're sneering at me while you look at me, aren't you? Say something already, you, and then I guess a little slap. That sounded like a little, sounded like a little. Still though. Ah! That someone's falling down the stairs. That guy took a really bad blow. That was an accident, right? At the very least, Rosetta probably didn't intend it. Whatever the case, it was painful memory for Rosetta, and so I was entrusted with that memory. That's my questioning. So let's go now. Ah, but before that, I'd like it if you could stop calling Miss Mary old lady. I don't think little Rosetta would have liked that either. Okay then. Hag! Just kidding. Stop that. Moving on up from there. Wiggle diggle, there's a cabin in the woods. Who would have guessed? Can I go inside? Probably. Yes, no. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside then. Use the brass key. That's what that key was for. And there's somebody in here. This place is a new home for you. It's the doggy house. This looks like it was originally a woodcutter's resting place. As of now, I suppose it was the old woman's storage house. We obviously said there's someone in the corner, but before I go investigate that, make sure there's nothing else. There's a rock fragment giving off a pale light. This light! Are you gonna go insane again? No, I'm fine, it seems. Has the effect run out? I'll also save again, just making sure about that. Okay, let's go on inside. The assistant! Probably feeling confused due to seeing a person killed right before them. It's just that it'd be bad if this person started talking, so I brought this person here. And then Camille says this right there. Let's go and look up here. Nothing particular concern. There's small traces of someone having had their hand on this. Let's look up there, and yai. No response. This person is just sitting still. Something has fallen nearby to the side. Obtain drawer key. I know where this goes. Well, we're just gonna leave them sitting here. Apparently we haven't been feeding or, giving them any water, so they're probably gonna die of something or another. Cancer. Now, with this, there's nothing left for us to do. The experimental product number 1? Alright, you have it, huh? If you can hand it over to me. When you take this medicine, will you disappear, Mr. Ster? Well, that's what medicine is for. Of course, there's no way the memories I've been entrusted with would go back to Rosetta either. If I were to be forgotten about, there'd be nothing to be sad about anymore, after all. Don't hand it over. Be with me forever, sir. Hey, what are you doing? Destroy it. What? What are you doing, you stupid fool? Without it, Rosetta... Calm down, I can't breathe. Ugh. What are you trying to do, dog ears? You're not going to say your hand slipped or anything, right? I believe that you regard little Rosetta as really important to you, Mr. Ster. Even though you look the same, you seem like brother and sister. So what about it? In protecting her so desperately, I'm in love with you. Perhaps you still haven't forgotten. That's your really important little Rosetta, right? Well, of course. Who can protect Rosetta other than me? I wasn't talking about that. Rather, why do you consider little Rosetta precious, Mr. Ster? Huh? In that body, it'd be easier if it was just you, right? Don't say something ridiculous now. Even if I had my own body, it'd all be meaningless if Rosetta was all gone. So, that is how you feel, and Rosetta surely feels the same about you. After all, you were both originally one person. Well, whatever the case, we have to find another way. Yes, I'm sorry. Camille. I don't know if you are foolish or wise. I don't know if you're praising me or berating me. I'll make one save file here, and then press the F12 button and do the other option. I'm going for all the endings. We already have 5 out of 7 of them. I can get them all. I'm pretty sure that's the ending split for the last 2 endings we need. Just get myself my bottle, and then move on back out, downward. Now let's let them split. You got this? Now we have our whole discussion. Now let's hand over the heart medicine. Hand over the heart medicine. Okay now. Camille, I have some things to ask of you. What is it? First, to send Rosetta back to her house. And while you're at it, also take along the assistant who's in the shed. Since that person is like that person should probably not tell anyone. Okay then. She especially won't tell anyone if I bite out her tongue. And also, you have the matches ready. Excuse me, I also have to cut off her hand so she can't write it to anyone. And then we can let her go. Use that and burn down the old woman's house. What are you saying? There are various scars remaining in the house that would be bad if they were found. And besides, the perpetrator's corpse is also there. Even if hidden, it'd be found eventually, so we have no choice but to erase it. Even though it was the place of precious memories of Miss Mary? Ah, yes, it's for the sake of Rosetta's future. I suppose there's no help in it. And with this, that is all. It has all ended. It's farewell, Rosetta. Drink down the heart medicine. Little Rosetta? Now you can't talk again. You don't feel strange at all, right? So you're alright. That's great. Let's go back home. I'll send you. What? Little Rosetta? You haven't noticed? Your tears. I'm crying? But why? I don't know. Little Red Riding Hood went alone to Grandma's place, and then she was sent back home by a kind-hearted young boy who lived in the forest. The boy also found the assistant who had gone missing. It was thought that it'd be a step towards resolving the incident, but the assistant didn't remember anything. And on top of that, Grandma's house burned down for some reason. The perpetrator might not ever be found. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood seemed like an empty shell. Even though she let out tears, she doesn't know why. Despite feeling as if she had forgotten something precious. Just like as if she had lost half of her heart and mind. And then just person standing there, I guess. And 6, Wolf of the Stars. To reach the truth is just a little more. Alright, so we basically have every ending but the quote-unquote true endings. Let's do it now. I'm a completionist. Let's go. Moving through the woods one day. Grandma's house was in the way. Now the lock goes up here. I know exactly where it goes, thankfully. Let me go to the save file right here in case anything goes terribly, terribly wrong in the meantime. So obviously supposed to open up this drawer. Use the drawer key. Read the diary, because there's a diary inside. XX month, XX day. My cleanup of this room never ends. I've collected too much stuff. Even though Lil Rosetta is coming over, tomorrow I can't invite her into this room. Let's lock the door, I guess. Then I wouldn't have to rush so much with my cleanup, and so I guess I'll make an apple pie. That's one train of logic there. I guess I'll make the pie batter, send her to sleep, and then do the arrangements to prepare for tomorrow. I feel so much more at ease now. Did my family once write a letter to me about how procrastination is not a good habit? Speaking of which, those letters to Miss Mary have been arriving recently. Did her pen pal fall ill and fall into ill health, perhaps? Could this be from the day before the incident? Well, it is the most recent diary entry. There's a diary inside, don't read. Let's talk. That perpetrator's chump also did say, how's that pen pal doing? Could the letter still be around here somewhere? Letters. Would it be here? No. Not in the garbage. Where the diary? Nothing there. Where have I not been? I've already read this diary. I remember this diary goes on for a while. Let's cross on over. Huh? It opens now, despite being stuck on something before. What you saying, Willis? And now blood. A pool of blood. Could this be? It's as you guessed. That rascal's blood. But there's no corpse here. He's just a handless corpse now. He's gonna come at us with a knife between his teeth. So, that person didn't die, right? Despite bleeding this much and being left alone for 1 week, how could that person live, the bastard? Is he a regenerating monster? Okay, calm down. Right now it's Lil Rosetta that's most important, right? Ah, yes, I know that. And we save our data here again. Various things stuffed in here. There's an old newspaper. 1 month ago was found abandoned in village's public cemetery. Red blanket, and she looked to be a girl around 7 years of age. Does not speak to her name, wrote tendency towards, found the academy's proposed to take custody. It has faded away, making it hard to see, but there's a photograph of a child printed in it. I want to see the photograph. That was me. Could the person possibly have sewn up their wound with this? It doesn't sound too absurd. There's blood on the cover. A safe. No, it seems to have been incorrect. Time to say our guess the next 9,999 numbers. A 4-digit number, huh? We won't be able to open it without some kind of clue, I guess. A safe. Well, or we could just sit here and type in all whatever numbers we have. There were dates. There was no dates that have been mentioned so far, though. 4-digit number. Where have I seen a 4-digit number? Let's see what you guys have to say. That perpetrator's chump boss did say I was spending. Okay, so I have nothing new to say about this. We need to find a number. He's a regenerator, guys. Limbs working or something. It's in philosophy. Try reading it. Oh, jeez, goddamn. Whole lot of stuff is falling out. Are these letters? The memo's falling down here. The key, we already read that. A letter to Dear M. I was surprised by your first letter in a long time. Most importantly, it's great things haven't changed. About that request from you and none other, of course I will accept it. Of course, it is also for the sake of your precious granddaughter Rosetta, but for the sake of all the children in this country too, there is a need to examine this some more. I will most certainly get out the truth, just like how I found that ore mineral. From Jay. A letter to that old woman, huh? Was that person writing to her some kind of detective? Ore mineral? All he has to say on that. Now then. A letter. To Dear M. Let's start from the conclusion. Your inferences turned out to be correct. Incidents of students from the academy going missing have occurred several times the past few years. The fact that this hasn't gone public is because there was a reason for those children disappearing. It's just a little not quite normal, just like how Rosetta is right now. But I don't think it's a mere human trafficking. In fact, I think that there might be something even bigger behind all this. For now, I'll try going to a little. I'll try hiding a little, and I'll try going to hide a little. Please be careful too. From Jay. People going missing. Human trafficking. This all now suddenly feels really shady. A letter. To M. Please burn all the letters. You can't get yourself involved with the academy anymore. I'll make sure you won't be found. I definitely don't regret having met you. From Jay. Huh. What about this one? Page scrap. To say it directly, she has a disorder of not being able to maintain a single personality. Actions like having conversations with the other personality or giving a name to it are not good, because such actions further increase the split. That's my impersonation. Honk! Just for a second. Are these ears? Yeah, we already had this conversation. About the ears. Moving on and looking on. Where would I find a 4-number combination? And now that's safe in the closet. Rosetta once tried to open it, but due to getting a bad... Rosetta once tried to open it before, but stopped due to getting a bad feeling about it. So if Rosetta knew the combination... Toy accessories... Nothing there... Wait, what does this say? I did tell her it wasn't necessary, though. Well, it's not a bad name, right? Yeah, because we read that before. Well, the fortune-telling tell me? No, the fortune-telling will not tell me. Where, oh where might I learn a 4-number combination? I'll say what I have so far as I continue to think about this. 4-number combination. I'm gonna go check up with the assistant. Maybe there's something over there for some reason. Outside? Nope. I can't think of anything. There's this stuff down here that still seems important. About tea. Don't want to read more about tea, it turns out. Blah, blah, blah. That's all the stuff we read before. You can't open this, but the ingredient for your medicine was here. If I see strong light, it might be dangerous for me. How troublesome. Well, yeah, okay. Can I not mix these medicines together anymore? No. I'm gonna check out the lady in the woods again. Even though they say it might be dangerous, but turns out it's okay. The song is still so much louder than anything else in the game. You have any information? Just staying still. There's a small traces of someone having had their hands on this. Nothing of particular concern. I'm looking hard. Well, back to the woods I go. Wasn't over there, apparently. Let's zigzag away. There's only so many rooms to explore to find a combination digit. Not here. Not hung out to dry. We have 5 gens. Let's see, is it apple pie? I want apple pie, though. No such luck, though. How about in here? Lantern used. Nothing hiding in there. I never observed this with her. The hand. Just who was that, Mr. J? Maybe a detective hired by that old woman. But from reading those letters, you get the sense that they were longtime friends, right? That don't regret having met you part, huh? Okay, well now we have new comments with the letters, so remember that. Heart medicine, number 1, Rosetta, too dangerous, won't take quietly, product, for now, stored in the case. Old woman, whatever your medicine is, you sure make these unbelievable things without hesitation. I don't think it was without hesitating, but it's certainly dreadful. Okay, now let's make our way on out. Am I supposed to observe where all of her body parts were, or all the body parts of the pen pal were? Soap, nothing there. This is from when I wiped away that pool of blood. I did the most I could, but it wouldn't get any cleaner. We'll have to try to burn this or bury it. Sounds violent. Burning. There seems to be more like, yeah, we've already read that about the more places there or whatever. Already examined that room, so it's nothing around here. What am I looking for? I have no idea. Hunter Association. Nothing on the goddamn map. Clock is ticking accordingly. I don't know. I'm trying to think about whether there would be a clue for this, but I haven't the slightest idea. I'm looking, though. Not finding anything. I mean, I'm not going to guess. That's going to take forever. Maybe as I do with the paintings? That wouldn't really make much sense, though. The painting I was thinking about, the paint had blood behind it earlier, but still, though. I brought down the perpetrator right in front of this wall. Unfortunately, the blood went on here, and I wasn't able to get it off, no matter what I tried. But then, you didn't have to use Grandpa's portrait. Well, it doesn't feel like an awkward combination putting it here, right? It gives off a smell of dust. Various stained stuffs in his old newspaper. 1 month ago, it was found abandoned in public. Red blanket. She looked to be a girl around 7 years of age. Da 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 da. Photographs, sewing tools. So far, we figured out everything on ourselves. With a 4-button combination. There's been no dates. There was a stopped clock, but I think it was just stopped because it's broken. Let's not look at that, though. It's right over here. Okay. Another room to really check out, though, would be this room. Yeah, I've never already checked out this room, though, given that since I found the combination, so maybe something came of it. I haven't opened up this book, for example. No, that's not it. So, I'm going to use this for the first time. when we got the game open, there is a Japanese link for hints and walkthroughs. In Japanese, we can probably Google Translate it. Google Translate this magic. Google Translation. Go to Google Translate, put the link there, and I'll take its English help if it translated it at all, which it did not, in fact. I can't read any of this. Okay, we'll go to the website, and now I'm going to open up Google Translate there, and let's see if I can get individual phrases to be translated. Like, what does... I don't know what this says. It's a post from 2014. What does this say? Oh, it tries to link me to the website. Well, that doesn't make any sense. This is a link to the tips and cheats page, the little red hood. Anything else? If you got lost in the house, the lower left corner of the menu is the current location. It does not proceed to some deployment. What do these links say? Cheats opening page here, opening, middle, final stage. I think we're in the middle. Okay, can I open this with just Google Translate? Like, can I just translate this? That wasn't translated at all. Okay, like, what does this say? Is this where we're at? That didn't translate at all. That's not English. In what language is that English? Get the match of chemical storage room. Already did that, so we're past that point. Let's check out you then. Entrance will be preceded automatically. I don't know what they're talking about. What was this whole bit about? Let me find out. Galaxy. Now then. Warehouse. Check the cloth bag in the house. You'll get a kitchen knife. And, well, we've already done this, so we're probably in the last part of the game. The first part that we need to walk through then. Because we're way past that. Like, what does this bit right here say? Help of the room. When using the key to the drawer, read the last diary. You should be able to examine the book of the philosophy and read. This is exactly where we are. Now it must be examined anyway. So that's where we are. Apparently, whatever that is. Thankfully, I can't read it, so there's no spoilers about the story here. I'm happy, actually. But I just want to get to the next part. Closet of Mary's room. And now, if you examine the floor where you should be able to examine the book of philosophy of Mary in the room, examine the left drawer, and there is a safe. You'll be prompted to enter a number. Bookmark of Mary's room has become a hint. Personal identification number 0815. Remember that if I can't find it, I want to see if I find the source. You put the personal identification with a small gun in its place in hand. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, so it was about the bookmark that we found earlier. Where was the bookmark book? I know the number, but I want to find it legitimately. There was definitely a bookmark thing I read earlier. A book page with a bookmark. What was that? It wasn't here, I don't think. I definitely remember reading a book that was like, hey, there's a page with a bookmark here, but for the life of me, I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was down here. I feel like it was in the lower floors, but I can't remember exactly where. It wouldn't be in here. Jeez, and I remember reading it earlier, too. Where was this? The medicine room seems like the most likely place. Yeah, there's a book with a bookmark inside. It seems to be a book about hot springs. Don't read. But how was I supposed to get the clue? That was the book with the bookmark. But I don't understand what the clue was from that. Well, somehow, from a book with a bookmark, we were supposed to get the number 0815, but I don't exactly know where that came from. That was definitely the book with a bookmark in it, though. All the stuff laying around there. Well, 0815. Using walkthrough magic to know that. Unlocked it. Obtained a small gun. Is this real? If it was fake, it wouldn't be in a safe, would it now? Oh, and there's all these bullets. And are these bullets, huh? I remember you were supposed to put this in here, and... You were going to wield it? It's that old woman's memento. We should go ahead and use it gratefully. If she had left it beside her bed, perhaps she might have been able to strike back. Well, America, something like that. Safe is open. I should probably save the game. Okay, talk. There doesn't seem to be anything more here. Let's go around the house again. I guess there might be some things we still haven't looked at in places like the first floor storage room. What a random mention. There might be things we haven't seen. Ah! Shh. Somebody's entering the house. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Sneaking on back there. Who was it? That just went in the house. That rascal dared to come back again. That person was the perpetrator? That face I still clearly remember. The dab belonged to that punk that stabbed my knife into. I guess it's fine. This is a very good opportunity. This time, for sure, I will take down that rascal. Well, let's go and stab the bitch. Gonna go stab the bitch. Gonna go in. Open the door. Listen closely. Heard nothing. Heard nothing. Heard nothing. Heard the sound of water. I feel like someone was washing something. Take out my platinum sword. I have no idea what that's for, actually. Let me at thee. That punk. Just what is that person doing? Rub-a-dub scrub. I don't know. Perhaps this might be an unexpected chance to launch a surprise attack. They're coming this way. Now then, they open up the door and this person wanders on in. They have some dots here, like they're trying to fill in the life of something. But, yai, and yai. And they walk away. How enticing. Just what does that person want to do? That person was murmuring all this time. They were saying, Master's eyes are not here. Can't find it. Need to look for it, and things like that. Got dog ears, you know. It's stained red. It gives off the smell of rust. Did that person wash off their own blood? Dirtying someone else's house, that bastard. I'll dirty your house in a moment. Okay, let's go on out. Fill that one in. It's not dots, it was filling in the blanks. It seems as if that rascal went up to the second floor. So that means the Master's eyes are on the second floor? If it's something that rascal once had, it'd be somewhere that rascal was before. That rascal. Listen. Heard nothing. Heard nothing. Can hear the sound of footsteps. Here, huh? What do we do? Shoot and cap a bitch. We aren't going to let them just go, but we aren't going to strike back either. We're going to lure them somewhere and lock them in a room and let them die slowly of starvation and let the anxiety of their fear take over. Using the opportunity, if we can somehow obtain those Master's eyes, perhaps that might make things easier. You're somehow sounding scary, Mr. Ster. First, something that we can use to lure that person somewhere. Like something that makes a sound. There might be something in the storage room. Why do I keep on telling us to go to the goddamn storage room? What's the fuck in this? Let's go on across and down. We're gonna burn down the house anyway. Just kill the person in here with the original plan. Huh? What? Why do you get an exclamation point? Like, I thought we were locked in for a second. The lid has fallen off. Obtained radio. Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio? It's not broken. Perhaps they put it away because they didn't like hearing about the war. Yeah, okay. I guess that works as an excuse. Save the game again. Let's go on up. Crisscross crystal sauce. No way we can go in yet. Or switch to the radio. First thing is to set the radio somewhere, right? No, not just the radio. Huh? In this room. Set the radio. Make Camille wait here. But why? It's easier to move around by myself. Or are you perhaps able to become the decoy? Yeah, I don't have the confidence to do that. Make Camille wait here. Take Camille and do nothing. I guess I'm just setting up a trap right now. In this room, set the radio. No, this room can't be locked. The radio. Set the radio here. Take back the radio. Switch on the radio. An immediate murder. Game over. Yeah! Okay. Not begin. And continue, please. I was just curious. Well, this is the point where we're going to have the radio. Let's put things away. Make Camille wait here. But why? Make Camille wait here so he can get murdered. Set the radio. Now, is there any place for me to hide? Well, I can't turn off the radio. I think this is not the right idea. Yeah, that's not the right course of action. Continue. Maybe I can set the radio down someplace else. Let the plan be forged. Let it be known. Set the radio. Set the radio here. Took back the radio. Oh, but this is a good room for it. I think that Camille can't hide somewhere. Can I do it downstairs? No, we can't. We need to bring this to an end quick. In this room, make Camille wait here. But why? Easier to move myself. Okay, make Camille wait inside this room. It's a big enough room and there's a table. He could avoid things. Now set the radio here, and there's probably someplace I can hide in here. After I'm done reading. I come out and immediately get murdered. Game over. Well, I think I've got the right idea. I just came out maybe too quickly. Now I know about what's inside the game. Continue. Continue. Let's go on upstairs and see what we can see. Twist and turn. Make Wolf Boy wait in here. Excuse me, dog ears. Right there. Camille's in good hands. Just sitting here doing nothing. Now put the radio here. Turn on the radio. No, I do not want to. Put the radio down. Switch on the radio. Hide in the closet. Lock the door from the outside using the servant's room key. Now, with this, I've earned some time, probably. I make another save file. What were we trying to do again? What was your plan? The Master's eyes, huh? Just what the heck is that? portrait. Accessories, there are several jewels. Rosetta. Are you able to see all this? Hear all this? Tons of books, novels. There's nothing particularly interesting in there. I don't have the time to read right now. It's broken. I don't have the time to read right now, so we claim. Gives off a smell of dust. That's unfortunate. Nothing inside the box. Old newspapers. Doesn't have the time to read right now. Reads. Obtain beads. Could it possibly be this? So, you even broke down the door real quietly for me. Strike with a fire iron. Strike with a knife. Cut with a platinum sword. Here comes my sword. What? Oh, I want to go with the platinum sword. Oh, I thought it was going to finally come into play. Alas.
There it is.
I think it's a girl.
Master, the eyes were here. The child had it.
And I'm going to give her a different voice. Once we arrive back, I will repair you back to how you were before. And so, please forgive me. Are you talking about Daisy? Please forgive me. I think it's a woman still, but still. Well, that wasn't the answer. I wanted to strike with a platinum sword. Try again. Throw the beads. So this is what you were looking for. Have it. Threw the beads far away. And it was caught immediately. Try again. Strike with the fire iron, stab with the knife, shoot the small gun. Though it's my first time using it, my shots will certainly hit. Don't come close. You're saying, oh, out of ammo. What's making you move so much? There it is. Child of the beads, blah, 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 blah. I missed something. You said some dialogue that was different than the other death scene. Alright, throw the beads at the doorknob. You can take this with your head! I just want to see all the failed things. It's definitely the beads. But I just want to see what the other outcomes are still though. Cut with platinum sword, stab with knives. Whatever, throw the beads. There's no escape this way. This is a familiar scene. Now this is quite some deja vu, yep. But this time I'm not alone. Mr. Ster, dodge. Oh my. Well, that worked, I guess. To think I'd fall down twice in one day. Oh. Let me get this. What is this? A stuffed animal? Don't move! Or I'll shoot the stuff. Yeah. Could that master possibly be this? This stuffed animal with one missing eye. Why did you kill Miss Mary? I was under order. I'll give her this voice. I think it's a her in this case.
I was merely following Master's orders.
So you killed someone because you were told to by a stuffed animal. This isn't funny here. Say it already. This joke isn't funny here. Say it already.
I cannot do that, as I cannot be forgiven.
If words will get to you, then you're not much different from a corpse. Mr. Ster! After blowing out your head, as for whether to bury or burn... Hey, that one who you called Master watches over you 24 hours each day and talks to you, huh? Have you comprehended by now how nobody other than you has had any way of knowing this? It talked to you even while you slept, right? This stuffed animal is not your master. That voice that talked to you in your head was your own voice, which you mistook for your master's. You're cuckoo, here goes bananas. Yes, you misled yourself. The only one who was actually here was yourself alone. Take your bananas, you dancing monkey. Woo! Anyways, just like me. Are we gonna feel sympathy? She killed your grandma. Little Rosetta!
Uh,
What do you want me to do?
please shoot.
Okay. Just immediately, kill the stuffed animal.
So there really wasn't anyone else there, was there? My master who saved me wasn't really anywhere.
Well, this is depressing.
Please shoot. Please shot. Not shoot, just please shot. Let's go for shots. Right now. This time at me. Give me all the alcoholic beverages. By simply following orders, I've come to kill a lot of people. I cannot be allowed to live.
I will not kill you. Just please stay here for a second because I got some matches. I'm going to burn the house down. It's your choice if you want to stay in and burn along with it. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. I cannot permit you to die by anyone else's hands or by your own hands either. Sicken boy! Still though. Those people you've killed, and those people who used to you and your master, you must tell the truth about them all. You must live and atone, and you're probably going to jail. Maybe executed. Yeah, it was kind of mentioned earlier that there was execution since this town wasn't there. Yeah, you're probably going to be executed.
Live and atone?
Because this is what I will also be doing. And that was apparently... there's probably going to be this CG art thing at the end. Credits there. Give it a second to realize that they're credits. Well, we got all 7 endings. Yeah. Including the true ending. I'm wondering if there's anything else that's going to pop forward, because pressing all the buttons don't do nothing. So either it's a time thing, or it's going to eventually go over. That's just literally the final screen. I'll sit on it for a second and say, oh, yep, there we go, on to a different screen. I'll share my overall thoughts once I see if there's anything else after the credits. So it'll probably be at least one piece of artwork, because all the other endings had a piece of artwork, so it wouldn't make sense for the true ending not to. Yep, thing after the credits, not surprised. With this, okay, now. Sorry, Father, for not being able to come much at all. So it was his father's grave that was noticed earlier at the beginning. I was like, I thought that was my grandmother's grave. I guess it was his father's. Sorry, Father, for not being able to come much at all. Even so, this place has a great view, doesn't it? If Mother ever comes back, you'd be the first to notice, wouldn't you, Father? Ah. Little Rosetta. Let me pick up some flowers for you. Picks them up through his teeth. Oh! I can't do it anymore. It's been a while, hasn't it? Are you feeling fine? Yeah. So, you were picking some flowers? Yeah. I'm going to bring them to Grandma's and Father's graves. This is noticeably actually Rosetta talking, which is the first time she's talked in the game, as opposed to Mr. Ster. I see. Hey, little Rosetta, is Mr. Ster already? Still here. I'm insane. Still properly here. Still here with me. You didn't need to say that 3 times, you know. I see. Rosetta, even when you can no longer hear my voice, I will always be as close as possible to you. I'm trying to give you a moral lesson that it's okay to listen to the voices in your head and make them your friends. Whatever way of your life you choose, I will still be here with you. Yep, there's the piece of artwork. We knew it was coming. Needed to have an ending piece of artwork piece. Ending 7, Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf. You have arrived at the truth. And that's like all endings. Well, that was... Oh, there's a new thing on the options menu. Oh, make. Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf. Okay, well, let's see what this is then, yeah. What are you? Oh, a special room. But truly thank you for playing Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf and reaching ending 7. Warning, in this Omake room there are many spoilers concerning the main story. There's a chance this may feel superfluous, and so for those who do not wish to have their feelings on the main story destroyed, it may be best to go back. What? The main story was okay. I mean, the game was... That's my opinion. Story was a bit... It was above average of all the RPG Maker games I played. I wouldn't even really say it went into good quality. I like some of the characters. Actual narrative was pretty simple. I think they could have done something a little bit more interesting with the Red Riding Hood angle. Gameplay kind of just felt like it was there, supposed to be something interesting. It wasn't scary, obviously. I didn't regret playing it. I'm happy I played it, but I wouldn't play it again. basically, is my stand. So, yeah. It is thriving. It seems quite healthy. This person seems to be suffering a nightmare. Benjamin, it's cute when someone can't sleep without hugging onto something, right? But you see, the content inside me is coming out. Oh my, it's getting everywhere. It is not as if I ran away. I was just hurled away. Listen to music. Darkening sky. Dream of deep mist. Tears of parting. Light of the moon. And the source of all the music. Box of memories. But. Okay. World of mind. N-Ray Ann. Okay. Night of murder. Sky. Darkening sky. This is the one I'm gonna go with. About Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf. Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf. The first game I made, I thought I wanted to try it once, as it's now come to be fulfilled. Wolf Arbitrator is a tool that allows great freedom, but it also felt like I wouldn't complete this by wishing for too much here and there, so I will use only the included map files. I'll borrow from the main game system. I'll make my own common events as needed. Our rules I decided on making this. I also use main tutorial sites and videos to do them. Thanks very much. The reason why search and exploration became the main part of the game is because the author here is not very good at puzzles or chase scenes. As it is merely Grandma's house, there was no strange rhymes or to read deeply into, and there's no mystery switches or hidden doors. The story was supposed to be based on Little Red Riding Hood, but in the end, it drifted into another direction. About what time era this took place in, you can probably guess by examining that favorite book of Rosetta's. Yeah. Well, it's not bad for a first game, so roll with it. About the Academy. The Academy, as this what may leave many players confused. My apologies for that. The reason why the heart of the matter was never arrived at is because Jay, who found out already, died, and so did the requester Mary, and the true perpetrator didn't know in the end. So it was because there was nobody who could talk about it, and also because this would lead the story on a path unrelated to Little Red Riding Hood or the Wolf. To answer to why did Mary die is the goal of this story, which is why the story ends once we arrive at the answer for that. And so, to reach the heart of the matter would probably be another story. About from here on. From here on, even though I released my first work into the world, I'm very much a beginner at this. In this game, I ended up making some things that were more difficult and hard to figure out than I intended, so I'll need to learn more about all this. I'm still thinking of various possibilities for what my next title will be, but for now, I'll do things little by little, starting from what I'm able to do. I would like to try creating systems I could use for my work, try creating some map titles, and overall increasing the quality of my work. Well, good luck with that. It's fine. Learn from past experiences and improve. It's all you can really do. Little Red Riding Hood, Charles Perrault. Little Red Riding Hood was eaten by a wolf, and that was where the story ended. There's been lots of other observations and other versions of the story where it doesn't end the moment that Red Riding Hood gets eaten. Jack Grimm. Little Red Riding Hood was saved by Grandmother and the wolf died. Okay, Rapid blossoms, the moon of the east, the sun of the west, Yosabusen. Okay, move from there. Keep things nice and tidy. My own figure is reflected. To think that I can still talk to you like this. Talk about something. Yeah, that rascal's here too, huh? I call that person Rascal, but is that he or a she, that person? I said I thought it was a C, about Ster. Talks a lot and has a bad mouth. Rosetta has a separate personality. Somewhat same body as 9-year-old Rosetta, but with the mind of a boy about 16 years of age. Does not shy away even from killing people if it's for Rosetta. The main driver for the story, and effectively the true main character, has gotten close to Rosetta before actually appearing, and slips in here and there in the messages. Concerning how his subpersonality is like, I thought a lot about a certain bizarre adventure mafia boss used as a reference. Erase time? What is that? Rosetta. A quiet one who does not talk much. Ster is another person with a separate personality. She started regularly wearing a red hood to hide her injury from her falling accident, but she was never actually called Little Red Riding Hood. She may seem docile due to how she doesn't talk much, but she did fire a gun without hesitation, so her fundamental nature is pretty much the same as Ster. Just, her art changes to a smile after the gun mention would be amusing. The calendar day is August 15th. The birth flower is French marmalade. A fire iron is not a weapon. What is this place now? It feels similar to Mary's room, but it also feels a little different. Talk about something. I don't know when Mother will ever come back, but I'm keeping things clean so that it'd be alright whenever it may be. Can you take off the hat? Is this fine? Can you put on the hat? Okay. Can you take off the hat? What the fuck are you doing with me? Talk about Camille. A shady-looking, kind-hearted young boy, he is as people would suspect a werewolf. Going insane even when it is not a full moon is his defect. Wounds are what triggers this insanity, but he still has yet to know that. In the main story, his role is merely that of a neighbor, while misleading people into thinking he's the final boss, but actually has the position of protecting Rosetta Ster. I intended for the name to be a rearrangement of Ukami, wolf, but I couldn't come up with a name from that, so I chose something that had a similar ring. New type? What is that? Again, the game was originally Japanese, it was just translated to English, so yeah. A picture book I'm not familiar with. Fan translations. They happen to a lot of RPG Maker games, thankfully. Ending 1. It's all the pictures. Ending 1. We've already seen all the ending artworks, so we're obviously not going to look at all of them, but yeah. It's a palm tree that's thriving. I'll talk to the stuffed animal. Just an ordinary stuffed animal.
Is it alright for me to be here?
Talk about something.
What shall I talk about?
And about. The true perpetrator who was behind everything in this tale. Master was a separate personality. Come near death because of Ster's surprise attack, but avoid death by using abilities and self-treatment and mental struggles. However, this person can win against bullets. Special skills, breaking neck bones with bare hands. However, in order not to leave evidence, it was decided to use tools in the assassination.
My gender? What's your intention asking that?
This door doesn't seem to open. Well, there you go. Back I go. Back to the title screen. Actually, there's one more thing. What's this book? Yeah, I already read that. Okay, that means we're good. I'll switch to this song just because I can. And yeah, I guess it's been Little Red Riding Hood Wolves, or Little Red Riding Hood's Wolf. I found it okay. I'll roll with it. Not bad for a first game, and I can appreciate some things. And the translation had some rough edges, but regardless. Until next time, though, this has been that, and this has been me. Odd to you for now, to all of you. Out. I'm out. Go back to title screen. And then click that quick button. There we go.